Presented by American Express.
Curry's got it. He'll dance. He'll throw up a shot. Oh,
are you kidding me?
Geometrically, that should not have happened.
Oh, my goodness. Jalen Williams with the one-hand throwdown.
Bang!
25 seconds. Westbrook a three. You bet!
This is why playoff NBA basketball is so fun to watch. These guys are giving it everything. Every possession, every rebound, battling.
Fun opening weekend for the 2025 NBA playoffs, and we start our show with Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler facing the Houston Rockets in Game 1 here. Sinead Gumake, you were in the building, so you saw early on Houston trying to make a statement.
This was the play that got everyone out of their seats. I was like, okay, this is going to be the time where the Rockets have arrived, but then things turned, but we have to appreciate the big dunk.
Big time throwdown there for baby Jokic, Alperen Şengün. Second quarter, though, Jimmy Butler hits the floater here. Needed that because Steph Curry Perk started out 0 for 3 in this game.
And Jimmy said he don't like settling for threes, got to his spots, and that's what you bought Jimmy for. When Steph is struggling, he takes over and carries the load.
He struggled for about 5 seconds, Mark Spears, because he gets a handoff, hits the 3 here. He had 16 first-half points. It's the 50th career first half for him in the postseason with 15 or more.
We don't get tired of seeing that. You've been watching that since
I think
started.
some Houston fans
Yeah, Houston fans have been tormented by this for years. This is a new flavor, though, with Jimmy Butler in the mix here, Sinead.
His ability to hyper-focus, and I remember he turned and was like, hey, you like that one? You like that one? I heard him say that. I was right behind there.
A minute later here with the clock winding down, this is when the great Kevin Harlan said geometrically, this doesn't even make sense.
Listen, I was right there, and I was like, there's no chance, and then it was, oh my goodness.
See who's loving it? Warriors Governor Joe Lacob saying, how did I get so lucky to have this man in the Golden State Warriors uniform for so long? Going ahead to the fourth quarter here, this is more Curry magic, Perk.
On a hell of a defender, by the way. And look, he's hitting threes whether he's chewing on that damn mouthpiece or not.
But Houston would hang around after trailing by double digits.
That was
they would bully their way back into this one.
They did, they tried, but free throws, his shots, layups, those are just gifts to Steph Curry.
Couldn't get over the hump.
Curry finished with 31 in this one, and then Butler here sizing up Şengün, who did have a heck of a game, and then hits the step back here. And then 30 seconds later here, Butler
dagger
steal leaks out for the jam. He finished with 25 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals in the win. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. He's loving his Batman.
Like I always say, Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming, then he just falls from the sky, from a building, behind a door, and does some incredible things, man. He's going to be the reason that we do win it all. We all know that, but we got to protect him at all costs.
He has a knack for big moments, even if it's not him, finishing the play. He hit a big shot at the elbow, but just a guy that is composed with the ball, his poise out there, his presence.
The Butler dined out in Game 1, becoming the first player with at least 25 points and 5 steals in a playoff debut for a franchise since steals became official here. Perk, it is the Golden State Warriors who take Game 1 here, but for the Houston Rockets, what's going to be the biggest area of improvement to focus on for Game 2?
It's obvious. They're going to have to knock down shots. They were one of the worst shooting teams in the league this season from the three-point line. In the postseason, you have to make shots. They were 6 for 29 last night from the 3. Also, make the simple play. Like in these moments of going against an experienced team, that home run pass is not there. They got something that's called the hockey assist that actually leads to the pass. So when you're playing a veteran group, don't try to, knock it out the park on one play. Just keep it simple.
Perk, you know what we say down south?
What's
don't
that?
Don't be cute. Don't be cute. That's what the Rockets are doing, right, Mark?
Yeah, I've been watching Jalen Green for a long time.
Yeah.
High school, prolific prep, your Oakland Soldiers.
Yeah.
G League Ignite, superstar scorer, iconic scorer, potentially Anthony Edwards type of scorer. That's why they drafted him number 2. But he was 14 points below his scoring average. He has to be a special scorer in order for the Rockets to have any kind of challenge in this series. But the Warriors have been excellent against him.
Absolutely.
He's only averaged 8 points in his 4 games against them. So he's told me he wants to be a superstar in this league. Jay, you in the playoffs. This is your shine. This is the spotlight You have to be a star in this series for the Rockets.
Houston starting backcourt, 7 of 34.
Don't do that to me. Look, I still have PTSD from what I witnessed yesterday, especially Steph Curry's shots. And shout out to the Rockets who take great care of me anytime I go to a game. My girl Gretchen out there. But you know what's crazy? She told me, like, we have the pyrotechnics back. We have the fire back. It's the playoffs. And then Steph Curry quickly extinguished those flames with those shots. But still, it's game one. This is a young squad. But one thing that I think a lot of people see when it comes to three-point shots and Steph and Jimmy Butler late, it's the offense, cool. It was actually the defense that won them the game. You mentioned 7 for 34, the Rockets starting backcourt. That's what they were held to. Look at this defensive possession here. Alpi, everyone's hawking the ball. Steph, this is a mismatch. What's the height? 6'2 versus 6'11. What does Steph do? Hey, a lot of people have criticized the last few years. Is he going to be able to really dig down and defend? He did exactly that on that possession. Another possession here. Look at them running a 1-3-1. They run zone, the Warriors, because they know the Houston Rockets cannot shoot from 3. Unfortunately, they have to have a zone buster, which typically is Fred VanVleet. You double team the ball, which is great, but then you lose sight of the shooter, and still there's 2 players able to contest. Whether it was double teams, mismatches, zones, it does not matter. But more importantly, Jimmy Butler, ever since he arrived, the Golden State Warriors have the #1 defensive efficiency and lead the NBA in deflections. That side cannot be ignored.
Yeah, and when you look at the Houston Rockets, maybe they go a little bit more double big because you see someone like Steven Adams had a beast of a game in this one, Perk. But do you have more faith in the Golden State Warriors after seeing this game 1 that this could be a deep playoff run for them?
Hell yeah, I'm a believer. I believe.
Wait.
No. I believe.
So not we believe, I believe.
No, I believe in the Golden State Warriors. I picked them to win this series in 7 games. I mean, I apologize to them.
Okay.
I know you've been, doing your thing.
I saw your tweet, and I thought you said.
Hold on. I know you've been doing your thing, okay, on women's basketball. But about a month ago, I apologized to the Golden State Warriors and said I was wrong about them, right? This is the second best team in the Western Conference. This really is, right? They have a legit shot at going to the finals. I still have OKC, but Jimmy Butler, what he brings to the table, Swiss Army knife, will cut you everywhere but loose.
Speaking of OKC, they say that lightning, it never strikes twice, but thunder is unrelenting here. We got a quick turnaround here for Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. 48 hours after advancing out of the play-in, taking on the league best Thunder in this one. Shanae, I know that Sinners was the #1 movie this weekend, a different kind of horror story here for the Grizzlies.
It was. This was all about sinners, nightmares, and defense, depth, dominance. That's what the Oklahoma City Thunder bring. Once you miss, that's the best thing for them. They have these electric plays that get everyone off the bench.
What an elevation here by Kaysen Wallace for the poster. And then a couple minutes later, OKC up 22. Who would have thought Aaron Wiggins was going to be the leading scorer for OKC?
Me? Because they that deep. I mean, seriously, he's had 40 this season off the bench, by the way.
21 points for him in this one. And then OKC now up, what's that?
Oh, J-Dub.
You'd said Jalen Williams could be the most important player in this postseason here for OKC on a night when SGA struggled a little bit, his lowest scoring output is impressed here. And then SGA finding his groove a little bit.
Yeah, right before the break, that's how you steal the momentum back. And their ability to play 2 bigs. We talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, how that's their superpower. Well, you got to introduce them into the conversation as well.
The Thunder absolutely rolled in this one. 51-point win. That is the 5th largest margin of victory in postseason history, the largest in a decade. This was also the largest playoff win in franchise history for OKC. After the game, here's Ja Morant on the Grizzlies' performance.
Joe, what do you tell your guys after a game like this?
We'll never, play that bad again. If we win Tuesday, the series 1-1. And this game won't matter.
Well, number one, y'all not going to win Tuesday. But number 2, I believe Ja Morant, but I don't believe Jaren Jackson Jr. Let's have an uncomfortable conversation real quick.
Oh, goodness.
He is the most overhyped player in this league. He's not even a top 10 big in my eyes. And here's why I'm going at him. Forget the fact that you fired your coach 5 games, 8 games left in the season and you need him to step up. Forget the fact that Ja Morant probably shouldn't be playing because he's taking shots every damn day to stay on the floor because we know how severe that ankle sprain is. Forget the fact that he is a former defensive player of the year. Forget the fact that he made an all-star team this year. Matter of fact, forget the fact that he had 4 and 3. Do you realize 43 was my jersey number in Boston? Do you realize 4 and 3 is what I average? You're an all-star, bro. They need you to step up at the biggest times. I don't care. It's a make or miss league. You're going to miss shots, but there's no way in hell that Jaren Jackson Jr. should ever leave a game without having double-figure rebounds and being impactful on the defensive side of things. So when I look at the Memphis Grizzlies and I look at this matchup against Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren, you got to impose your will. You can't have them switching Alex Caruso on you and you're settling for threes and you can't get 2 feet in the paint and punish them on these mismatches. When I think about him, yes, it is 10 bigs that I would take over him right now. He was an all-star, yeah. Yes.
As much as the Grizzlies, it just was not their afternoon. By the way, an incredibly painful turnaround for them, early game after